Hello and welcome to a Rusted Realms video. Today we're going to build my sugarcane farm. I'm going to go ahead and show it to you here. And this is the basic layout we're going to do it. We're going to do it in a step-by-step process. This is the first step. This is the layout that you're going to use for the entire process. It's 100% stackable. In this trough here is going to go the water that feeds the sugarcane, which you're going to plant on this dirt. In upper levels, when you don't have this quartz below you, you're going to use signs. And the signs aren't going to stick to the sticky pistons that we're going to use, which is going to make this so it doesn't move the signs out of the way. It doesn't break the signs. The water doesn't flood the farm. That's how this whole thing functions. I'm going to go ahead. It's 3 spaces. You want to go three spaces between each level. You need it to make it work. You need it to make the timer work. This is a pretty resource-friendly farm if you've already built a slime farm in your world. This does use a lot of slime. That's the only resource it does use a lot of. You can use anything else for pretty much everything else. But you do need a lot of slime. So if you don't have a slime farm, this may not be an economical farm for you. But if you do, you can pretty much set this and forget this somewhere in your base, your realm, your server. It'll go forever. I've never had this break. The switch that you saw in the beginning video, I've never had that break. So this is pretty reliable farm as far as Minecraft is concerned. So I'm going to go ahead and build this for you, and we'll check back in after I fast forward it through a whole bunch of tiers. Alright, so what you see here is completed step 1. I could probably go one level higher, but I'm just going to stop here for now. This is sufficient for a video. This is the basic architecture. Every level represents a different color, so if you want to stack this on top of each other, you got all those different levels. And as far as I know, the sky is pretty much the limit. You can go as high as you want as far as the redstone pulse will travel within your loaded chunks. So we're going to go ahead and move on to step 2. Alright then, time for phase 2. Phase 2 is going to be the start of all the redstone. It's pretty easy. There's not a lot that we're going to use. We're going to start like this, and you just go all the way up. And that's exactly how it should be. You should have this redstone torch in the middle of this 3-block space. And we're going to do 2 of those towers, one on each corner. So I'm going to go ahead and do those now and come back. Alright, with that done, it's time to place our hoppers, or our sticky pistons rather. So grab your sticky piston. And what we're going to do is we're going to place the sticky piston off of the torch, right like that. One on each corner. Alright, that's the basic mechanism that drives everything. After that comes all the slime blocks. This is by far the most resource heavy unit piece you're going to use. because you got to go all the way over to where this trough ends. That's going to be the full line of sugar cane. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. All right. So if everything is going according to plan, your farm should look like this right now. As you can see, none of the slime blocks are functional. But if I was to go over here, put down a button, all right, fine. I'll just remove the redstone torch. You can see that oscillates it. And that goes all the way up. And back. So really the only thing that's left at this point is planting the signs. And this is by far the most repetitious task. It's probably going to be the most time consuming because you got to place all the individual signs based off of each other, and it opens up that aggravating little damn box. But the gist of it is we're going to plant the signs underneath the slime. Right here. Alright, just like that. And in so doing, we create a trough for our water to sit into that won't damage anything, that won't leak, and most importantly, won't get triggered by the slime when a piston goes off. As you can see, it doesn't move the signs back and forth, the water stays where it is, and that's what makes this whole farm functional. So I'm going to go ahead and start laying down a lot of signs. Okay, and just like that, all of our signs are now placed, or at least I hope they are. We're going to find out in a hurry real soon. Go ahead and dump. Let's go ahead and fill some water. And so far, so good. If I could actually aim worth a damn. Oop. Looks like I washed away some redstone. That shouldn't happen. Alright, once that's done, you can plant your sugarcane. Oh, actually, let's go replace whatever torch it is that's missing. This one. There we go. Now we can plant your sugarcane. And there you have it. That is the entirety of the structure of the farm. There is no other blocks to be placed. All that's left is building the redstone switch in the middle. That'll make everything self-sufficient, and I suppose the storage system too, but that will be a different video. And alright, let's get to the redstone switch. And this is right where we're going to put the switch, make everything nice and easy for us. It'll be a little difficult to do maintenance on it, but I've never had to do maintenance on any of these except for maybe to shut it off because I filled my storage up. So once it's built, you should be all set with that. Let's add in everything we're going to need. Alright, that's the basic layout of the switch. If you want to go ahead and copy that. Now what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to put a dropper underneath this emerald block and a hopper facing back into it. You can go ahead and just put one item in there, it doesn't matter what it is. Only one, you only need one. And we're going to put one of these here, facing in, and a repeater facing out. And there's another hopper chain here. Make these hoppers face into each other, that's very important. Redstone torch there. Redstone torch there. Redstone torch there. Slab over with redstone dust. And what we're going to need is a repeater going into this block. Redstone dust going to it. A torch here. Another thing of redstone dust there. And that should be complete. Oh, almost complete. Alright, now that should be done. Now what this will do is by putting items into this, as the items will cycle back and forth, it'll oscillate the pistons. We'll use 16 for status so you can see. And there, it just pulsed. So what we'll do is we'll hook that up into our redstone system for everything else that we have going on here. And as you set that for however long you want it, and every now and again it will pulse. Alright, so let's go ahead and get us hooked up. I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. It's going to take 2 seconds, and once I'm done, this farm is complete. And that's it. This should now be completely operational. As long as the redstone signal makes it all the way and we watch and it looks like everything worked just fine. Let's get on the outside of this though and see from out there. And there you go. That's a fully automatic sugarcane farm. All that's left is the inventory system, which I'll get to another day. That's my video. Thanks for watching.